Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. My name is Sebao, and this is Deep Cuts. Now, they say the title on a business card, nobody tells you who a person is, right? Or what a person does, rather. But it really tells you who they are. Now, on Deep Cut, we peel back the professional layers of industry leaders, entrepreneurs, and visionaries to find the human heart that is underneath. Now, my guest on our second episode is none other than Ashwin Mokoena, who is a seasoned business analyst, a product expert, and the founder of Do For You. He's going to be telling us a little bit more about that. And yeah, man, with Ashwin being known rather everything IT related, today we're going to explore the why behind the what. This isn't just business talk, it's a masterclass in staying centered while taking risks. A very warm welcome to Deep Cut with Sebao, right here on a Global Youth Studio. Ashwin,
hi.
How's it?
I love watching your work. I'm so proud of you. Okay,
Thank you so much, bro.
How are you? I'm okay. Life is lifing.
Life is lifing,
But I'm here.
Yeah.
Let's have a conversation.
That's good, man. Okay, so before we get into your professional career, I think it's very much necessary that we start way back. Let's find out who Ashwin is. Where are you from? Udumeka.
Well, you disappointed me because it's the Ashwin Mokoena Limited time. Yeah, no, guitar. Yeah, no. Ashwin is. But my guitar, from Vaal. I grew up here, man. Born and bred. First job, first school, all of it. As you mentioned, about 10 years in the product space. Happy to announce almost that after 10 years of being a business analyst, now my official title at work is digital product owner, which just means I manage a team of business analysts. So it's been a month of that. And in the same month, my daughter just started a new school. So it's been busy, it's been crazy, but
I can imagine.
I'm moving. My wife is, Vaal, just trying to push life, man. And I'm kind of settled in my career, but it just felt like there was something more. And that's where my t-shirt came from.
Right?
That's where Do For You came from. And I was meant for more.
Oh, that's good, man.
Yeah, and when it comes to entrepreneurship, I've tried. Before my first job, all of that, I tried, my car in Ilibald at some point.
Because I was about to ask you that question actually. Yeah. Is there something that you did way back then that made you realize, you know what, actually, I'm an entrepreneur, and I can do this? Or what?
A few. I had a business that, it was for parties, right? So I got to organize, we deliver the whole party set, right? I was selling Habli stuff at some point. I bought a camera at Macro, got a credit, just bought a camera,
Shut up, why not go to specific events?
Yeah. My first bonus in corporate, I bought a PA sound hybrid party boxes, mics and PA systems,
everything.
I was DJ Ash, I got booked at an event.
I didn't even know this.
Hey, Kazala Capello, it's not the one, this one. You know what I mean? I had a scent in mind. They were like, it's about Vibia Capello.
Yeah.
And so I had to change my set.
What is rap? But
they didn't allow that, and that's the thing. All of them, look, I had customers. I had customers for all of them. Ball didn't pull, and just it didn't stick, right? 6 months. My shortest business was 2 days, bro. I started a media house, Kwena Media. Right? 2 days got into
actually.
The entrepreneurship thing has been
there.
But Do For You is different. I've stuck with this one. I've followed the proper channels with this one. I've invested so much of myself, my time, my effort into this one. This one is sticky. Let me say this one. There's a quote that says, I've already seen what happens when I give up. I want to see what happens when I don't. I'm sure you've heard that. I want to see what happens when I don't.
When you don't give up.
So that's me. Guitar. I'm sorry, I ramble a lot. So keep me in check.
Sure.
If I talk too much.
What is it? So you've tried other businesses, obviously, right? What's so special about Do For You? and not telling us exactly what it is. We're still going to get there.
Mm.
But what is it this time around about this specific business that you feel like it's different and I'm going to make it?
I'm trying to tell you a story. A couple of years ago, I went to the Nando's headquarters in Joburg. The founder of Nando's comes in, hey, what's wrong here? Well, oh my God, the founder of Nando's, telling us the story at day. And then it's like, at some point, I'm sorry, I'm not talking bad about him, but at some point he goes, yeah, we're changing the world one chicken at a time. And I was like, okay, well, that sounds good. No. You know what I mean? No. And that
sounds good, but
and that's actually, the thing. If you're going to start something, invest so much into it.
Yeah.
Jesus, try to make a difference with it. I can work this nika. I can work I'm not trying to sell products. If they make the world a better place, sure. But another story. I'm in a conference at Santander one time, and I'm walking through, and I come by this little booth, just an old white man or wabuemo. But as I'm passing, he goes, "There's no shortage of problems in South Africa, and therefore there's no shortage of opportunities in South Africa." And that sticks.
That stuff,
so
yeah.
Look at the country, right? There's unemployment, there's crime, there's teenage pregnancy,
There's so many things
corruption.
going on,
You know what I mean? If this pops, I'm going on to the next one that's going to make a difference.
And there'll be the next one. And
precisely.
The next one, and the next one.
So the idea is, if you can, man, I have the expertise, I have the financial, but I have the means, and I have this brilliant idea. Why not just go for it and try to help people?
Yeah.
Particularly unemployment, that's big. My daughter's 6 years old, man. She look at the landscape. How are these things looking? So they talk about unemployment, they talk about this and that, but I guess there's seaters and there's all sorts of things that are invested from level in somebody minister. But you go to those websites, it's some lengthy process, and you're not really getting the funding.
Process, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So
it's a tedious process.
So really, it's just taking it into your own hands, man. Just once again, I get to something, but so let's try. Do you know what I mean? And I'm just so motivated. I'm so you know what I mean? Let's go.
Yeah. Let's talk about the most deep cut movement, right? Specifically here in Do For You, or this era of your life, a moment of discomfort, right? So that made you realize that you had to start. What happened that you decided to start Do For You? Yes, unemployment, all of those things, right? But essentially, what was it that was so uncomfortable for you that you were like, you know what, actually, I have to do this, I have to start this?
Yeah, so Skagage, I'm a Vaal guy, right? So me and my wife are primarily smoking in front of Bell West. And so at some point we moved to a new area, at TV, right? And so we get to this place, and man, I remember, if you know me, I'm a Chelsea fan.
Yeah.
So Chelsea's playing that day, right? So I'm a Chelsea fan. Then this apartment had no railings for curtains. And it's like, then go buy the stuff. Now I need a DSTV guy. And here's the thing, no flex.
This is all happening the very same day.
On the first day we got the keys, but the time they try. But it's not clean properly, right? And so my wife needs this place clean and with curtains hung. And I need to watch my match, right? And so no flex, but I have the funds at this point. I can pay someone.
When somebody starts saying no flex.
Yeah, no flex.
No flex.
but at that point I have the funds. Like, I'm willing to pay someone. Just
get it done.
Give me just TV more speed. Give me the really more boring. Instead I'm calling my mama kima kan kadi mo bo ki I like to pay. Yes, and so I figured, you know what? If I have the funds, I know someone out there is looking for something to do for an income. And over here I have the funds and I want to pay for an income. Right? And the whole gig economy thing is give Bolt, give Uber, give Mr. D, give Uber Eats. The middle class is willing to pay for convenience, we know this. But there's a class under middle. Okay, lower.
Lower income.
Yeah, and so that group is severely left out. South Africa is the most uneven country in the world, pretty much, right? So the wealth of the country is owned by what? The 1%. We outnumber white people 8 to 1. And it's really nice. He has the wealth. That's ridiculous, right? And so it's so special to me. There's so many reasons why I'm doing this. But anyway, so that day, I do all the admin, but I think I didn't even watch the match. And so my thing was, if I just had
So as I get in educated and
you know that, right? And so, dude, I was annoyed because I had the funds.
Yeah.
Just come do this for me. I'll give you the money. And I know someone somewhere was looking to make
there
money.
always is somebody. Or there
So-
always is somebody.
So it lands on me. You know what? And this is one of many reasons, by the way, why I'm starting to be busy with Dufe. But there had to be a platform where we could link these people, and I'm willing to pay for convenience on middle class, as it were.
Yeah.
Come on, and someone is sitting somewhere just desperate for a customer at DSTV.
How do you bridge the gap?
And that's what my baby is.
Okay. All right. Now, talking about how I'm seeing how passionate you are about your baby, right? Tell us what is due for you. What are some of the services that you guys offer?
Hey, I've thought a lot about that question. The official kind of technical, kind of fancy definition would be it's a peer-to-peer gig economy labor marketplace. Right?
Let's break it down now.
Peer-to-peer means it's for the everyday person. Me and you, me and that guy, me and that guy. You know what I mean? No one is excluded because freelance platforms do exclude certain people. If you go to Fiverr or Upwork or something like that, it's graphic designers and programmers, not the guy losing guys, you're just looking
Exactly.
for. So peer-to-peer. Gig economy speaks to the likes of Bolt and Mr. D, and so I have this thing that I'm kind of doing. I'm unemployed, but if an order comes in, I'll go deliver and make an income, right? Or Uber, I will drop you off with my car and make an income. So we're unemployed for all intents and purposes, but you're hustling. So that's the gig economy. So that's the movement, right? And so gig economies are platforms that essentially kind of formalize that and facilitate that. So Uber transport, right? That's what gig economy is. Labor is a kind of a contentious one because when I say labor marketplace, it doesn't necessarily mean that do for use for people that do physical labor. So you could just still, I have some meeting notes, I need someone to subscribe them and type them, right? Or technical stuff, right? But I say labor marketplace because that's kind of the people that I'm aiming for, right? If I need a painter or those are the people that are struggling, right? So because this is manual labor, you don't go to school for that per se. I mean, you could, but kasi like 2D. Exactly. So that's why I said labor. And then marketplaces, guys, let's all go. If you need help, go. It's a marketplace. Why they keys? I'm selling services and you need a service. It's a marketplace. And that's what it is. But that entire definition just means it's a place for people who need work and don't have time or are unable to do things for themselves to set their own budget, put the service somewhere, then someone will look at it and do it for you and they will get paid. That's it. That's what the platform is.
Okay.
It's simple.
It's simple.
It's so big. But why hasn't anyone tried?
Why hasn't?
You know what I mean?
Actually.
It's worth, and like I said, there are official ones, but you have the requirements, man, that just kind of lock you out. All of guys, just trying. They lock you out. There's skills that are wanted. There's all sorts of things. Some of Dufe's newer, kind of recent, I don't want to call them test errands because they were real life errands, but he was a Zimbabwean guy, struggling. 2 kids, and a wife. Wife is sick. He's like, I cannot let alone Bana Bajan. Right? A Zimbabwean guy. Now, in whatever platforms we have available today, where is that guy placing? High. That entire spectrum. Right? And so this is a way to include people. Everyone basically. And it's very dangerous in business and marketing to say target market jaka is everyone.
Because essentially you cannot sell to everyone. So
True.
you have to be specific.
Oh, so in our marketing strategies and stuff, I mean, we were talking before we went live. I'm trying all sorts of digital strategies, right? And that kind of forces you to hone in to someone, right? So one of the and it now becomes a B2C as opposed to a C2C platform. But now I'm talking to landlords because I've been exposed to a lot of landlords. But these guys need units clean when someone moves out, etc., gardening, whatever. And so I'm talking to those guys now. So it's forcing me to narrow my focus. But at the core of it, it's weird for everyone.
So would you say that's what sets you apart from other existing ones, right? In terms of speaking to James Bakukasi that are trying to make it work.
100%.
So that's what sets you apart from others.
In this 10-year career that I mentioned, one of them was a startup, and really a brilliant startup. The idea was we're making investing easy. Right? So investing is just PDFs, stocks, and they would just simplify that. But we would do events where it's like, okay, we're targeting the ground now, we're buying people stuff, and the people that are coming are people that they live in Rosebank, they live in Santa, and I'm like Alexander,
Exactly.
Tembisa, Soweto, and so the middle class does try, but these guys, and this is, sorry, can I ramble?
Yeah.
So, I have been fortunate enough to have experienced both spectrums of South Africa's kind of, not middle class, kind of social standard, in that I've lived, you know those, two women with my mom and two brothers, and my sister. It would flood over there, but even then we were good. We had a car at least to get us go somewhere. Up the street, my best friends, hahuna dijo for the week. Poverty, how to poverty. One room, kuku, there's no floor. It's more, and then kitchen with a one bed. But I've also been in Sandton, Starbucks, right? The Mark. Couple hundred on coffee, couple hundred on the hubly, just chilling, right? So you look at this, and it's like, geez, this can't be right. I think that they said for a month. I don't got pool for a couple of loaves of bread, 2 liter amas.
Exactly.
Come on, we're spending it on Habli. We used to go to a place called Sharm in Livonia, just off the Sandton. Habli 200. We have 3 Hablis between 3 guys. Just I don't know, 600 plus whatever we drank, and then I'm like, oh, can I give kayak? They're like, no, I got it. So $1,000 is nothing to this guy. That's how. So it's very uneven. This has to be bridged. It doesn't work in SA. The unemployment is there. We're screaming. I was looking at the stats earlier.
They 60%, are alarming, bruh.
60% of the South African youth is unemployed. Now youth is defined as 18 to 35. How many people do you know that are 35 that are still trying?
A lot.
And let's say now graduate it's one go fail. How about 10? 6 is just chilling at home trying to hustle. That can't be right. We have to take things like that into our own hands, you know what I mean? So it's really just, there's so much that contributes to my passion for what I'm doing.
What? Sure.
You know what I mean?
Do you like, the way you do like this one?
Yeah.
So, I would like to believe that obviously the decision making was a bit tough, right? How do you distinguish between making a decision out of fear versus making a decision for the right reasons?
Well, that's philosophical. We're still talking about do for you.
Yes, we
Is
still.
Is it deeper now?
No, we're still talking about do for you.
I'm gonna get emotional. It's very interesting that you asked that because late last year was diagnosed with depression and anxiety and panic attacks. So pretty much everything I do now is out of fear, right? And you kind of drill it down, and it's like I was hijacked and kidnapped. I was I've been robbed strating. I was robbed. So everything I do is out of anxiety, and fear is the primary cause of anxiety. Your nervous system is saying, Abutiwe, it's uncomfortable over there, don't go over there. Move. Watch out for yourself. Yeah. Even beyond, your brain is like, man. Your anxiety is like, we've experienced this before and something went very wrong. Yeah. And so I have to be very, very conscious of that in literally everything I do. But you go on for long enough. Look, in my 20s and teens, I was very, I was what I am now. Yeah. And so pretty much my entire mid to late 20s, I've laid back. Your mom, hey, how are you?
Chill,
I'm just enjoying life. But that catches up with you over time. And so progress becomes a must. You cannot be complacent. You cannot. Yeah. Progress becomes, we're making kids, we're getting our partners, do you know what I mean? And so that kind of juxtaposition is tough because in very real moments you have to be like, okay, it would be so much easier to just lay on the couch and play FIFA, right? Netflix.
But now,
it's good in the moment because your nervous system is fine, or sharp. Yeah. But it's a dopamine thing, right? Like you this when it comes to dopamine, you can either get it before and have it fade, so it goes from up to down like this.
Sure.
So you start FIFA at 10, and then it goes down gradually, and then at 2 a.m. you hate yourself, but not FIFA. Whereas you could do the opposite and start with no dopamine, and then work towards it. By the time you finish, you feel amazing. You feel incredible. Productivity is a great motivator. You feel wonderful after executing. You feel like a person, and that's the whole thing. You have to conquer challenges worth facing, and we are going to face them. And if you choose not to, you're going to rot, right? The harder the thing is, the better it feels when you conquer it. And you don't have to start by building the whole house. Best dinner, say one, and just chill. Or say two. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. That's
Take your time. Yeah. Hi, dude. Shem, you know what? I gotta give it to you.
Thank you.
Let's talk about non-negotiables for success, right? What is the one thing that you refuse to compromise on, even if it costs you maybe a deal?
Should have prepared for this. What is non-negotiable?
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos said customer experience. There's nothing else. Customer experience. I care about my users, my potential users, my past users. And that's, it feels so soft and fluffy, but I genuinely believe I'm a kind human being to my own detriment. And so this has given me a way to kind of spread that beyond my inner circle, right? So you know, wherever I go, I try to leave. It's one of my mottos. I leave every place better than I found it. Okay. Right. Look, one day you're gonna be a story. Try to make it a good one, type of thing. So it's a way for me to spread how I feel about other human beings, and how I feel about other human beings. If you can help, then you should. Sorry, I quote a lot, but the Dalai Lama said, our primary purpose as human beings is to help other people.
I agree.
And if
1,000%.
if you can't help them, then at least don't hurt them, right? So no matter what I'm doing, it's always for my customers. It's always for my runners. It's always for my posters. I'd rather lose money. Money is no flex, but it's not something that I'm really living for.
Yeah.
I'm trying to provide value. I'm trying to leave a legacy for my little girl. I'm trying to give my wife and my parents something to be proud of. I'm trying to give my sister something to
up to
the people around me are like, yo, Ashwin is us. And it even comes now in the simplest ways. Kajima, 2 months in, I said, you're in the boy. You know what I mean?
Sorry, about the importance of offering great customer service, right? A lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of businesses and organizations, they're very money driven, right? Yes, essentially we're all driven by money, right?
You need to survive.
Yeah, you need to survive. But customer service has been shifted way back, right? So you see it in a lot of retail stores, you see it in a lot of businesses where it's like,
you don't even talk to a person anymore. It's AI bots and stuff.
If I'm dealing with you, Ashwin, in a sense, like you want this product, you want this service. So
you need me.
Exactly. So whether I'm kind to you or whatever, transaction and I don't think about, actually, let me build a customer loyalty program where this person essentially next week and the other week and the other week and the other week.
Because you experience something good.
Exactly. Yeah. So how important is do you think customer service is in any business?
Yeah. So
just how specifically?
Let me tell you about our rollouts. Well, I'll start with do for you and then cover the other ones.
Okay.
Our rollout was supposed to be Vaal as like a test phase, but then we've had interest from the likes of Pretoria and Joburg. And so I had to make a CEO executive type decision, like, are we still just covering Vaal, or are we going Gauteng or South Africa? Yeah. And so it was a hard decision, but I've decided to go Gauteng, right? But the thing with that is, if someone posts an errand and they're in Pretoria, Vaal would have made it easy for me to control that. I need something done. I know I'll come do it myself.
Sure, yeah.
Or I'll find someone to make this thing over there. Now, if it's in like Pretoria or Joburg, that makes it a bit more difficult. Exactly. Right? Because my customers deserve that. So you're right. Not just for do for you. I mean, for do for you, like I said, I'm prioritizing it.
Definitely.
But I tell you about my Wi-Fi. My Wi-Fi is the worst because it's very hard to talk to a person.
What's the reason?
Supersonic. It's under MTN. Yeah. It's not the best. But support here, those guys is horrible. They threw you around AI bots. But let me hold for whatever, 20 minutes.
It's almost like M-Web.
And,
Yeah.
and I'm looking now. Hey, rainy.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or whatever. Because they're not prioritizing me as a client.
Yeah.
I give you guys your
I'm
money.
a number, basically. Yeah.
I need the internet. I work from home. I have an institution that I'm trying to run.
Exactly.
I have things to do. If you kill my Wi-Fi, you're killing me. And then you don't prioritize me. So that's how incredibly important it is. So, I mean, with the likes of Jeff Bezos, Amazon's whole thing was they deliver within a couple of hours, maybe days. But the priority there was, but to get what they want to get in a timely manner. It's slaves over there.
Yeah.
So it is kind of a balance because good customer service means that when as a business you lose it to some extent.
Yeah.
Because the reason why we moved away from call centers because you have a room full of people that you need to pay within a 12-hour shift, right? Whereas a bot can be like,
Exactly.
You understand?
Yeah.
But you need that in any institution that you kind of interact with as a client or as a service provider. You need to prioritize where your bread comes from.
Sure. My man, Hashem, wow, yeah. So non-negotiable customer service.
Please, I prioritize the people.
Prioritize, right? Okay, so you said, did you? You talked a little bit. Did we talk about taking risk, right? I think we did touch base a bit. So you took a risk, right? Yeah.
We can.
What was the scariest risk that you took would do for you that actually paid off?
When I first, look, I have an IT background, but I'm no programmer. And it's a website, so you know, an app, and it's like, no, smartphones, but it's like a series already. Okay, so app is out. Website, I'm going to get into the cafe and just look for errors to keep website. Now it's okay. Then there's these no-code tools, Wix and you know what I mean? But I tried and I was like, I can't program, I can't. And so like, because I have the background, it just take too much. And so I decided to outsource the SA process.
Also, that's the thing, I'm sorry. A lot of people might think, because you did IT, then you're going to be able, like, create a website to create not understanding also, okay, IT is very vast, so there's this and there's that and there's that.
They give you pieces of it, right?
So,
I tried outsourcing the Vaal. Hey, Majitan, get a loan on VUT. You need a website. Hey, you want equity. Why want to own a company? I'll help you develop if you just 10%. Okay, we got the money.
But essentially, you pay for the service, so why not equity?
No, I don't pay. He's investing his effort at this point.
Okay.
I can't go for 50K. Just to develop a website. I can't get that 30, get over 3,000, 4,000. So then I need logins and all sorts of database management in it. So I then do what I'm trying to do for you, which is I outsource. I can help me. I get a guy from Pakistan. His name was Shan. I found him. I found him on Fiverr. So what happened with Shan was I paid 12,000 rands for the design and then 8,000 rands for the development. So nearly 20. You know what I mean? Shan develops the website, we test. Okay, I can log in, man, something's off here. Well, over a period of about a month, get test. I see.
Dude, like, this is this is all very risky.
Yeah, but I mean, no, but it's a valid platform. I trust the platform.
Okay.
So they're not, but so you know, do Pakistan.
Okay, almost like Bo Airbnb sort of. Okay, up until later, then Barili funds.
So it's the gig economy.
Okay, got it.
Do for you is that Uber, all of that.
Yeah.
And so, man, over a period of, and at this point, Shem, I've told the platform, eventually, website that guy said Shan disappears. So
the funds have been released.
I told the platform, here's the thing though, I have the source code, it's in production, I've put it on my WhatsApp status, Facebook, so people are like, hey, Dinsa, right? I have this thing, and so, guys, listen, to these, my network, so over my career, I've made a lot of programmers, VUT, Majita thing, you know what I mean? It exists, my brother, it exists. Please, let's just fix more
thing, yeah.
He took about 15K of my money. Then he's like, what's our kakoloi? A second hand. Then, crazy enough, and this is the payoff portion, so that was risky. But the payoff portion is Mike Keel, a very good friend of mine, we've been friends for since 2012. He takes it on, he fixes it. Then I did about AI consultation. Then Majita, the industry, because I've also met some incredible people. Just how money changes your life. Yeah, and he's like, why are you going fancy? It's a Google form. We were internet deal. Like our Excel, like our WhatsApp group. And that's where it started. So we were doing Google Forms, and we still have a version of a Google Form on our website. And we were doing WhatsApp groups, and then we proved the concept. And then this friend of mine that I just mentioned, he's like, I fixed it. Yes, and it works. And today we're live. So Sean gave us the engine. So that plus proof of concept.
Dude, I cannot even begin to imagine how stressful that whole period was. Mentally, physically, financially, like...
Your friends are on some, when are you launching? Get a website, hey, Facebook post, hey, but once in they're like, ooh, this is the best part. They're sending me links. Oh, look, they're doing what you're doing. So someone has taken the idea. Someone has taken the concept and they're busy.
Oh my goodness, bruh.
Do you know what I mean? I did do
what's happening? Where's the website, bruh?
Because I did do a young loan at some point.
Yeah.
She's like,
but yeah, no, it just goes to show how invested you are in this thing, man.
I'll keep going until I can't go anymore.
Exactly. All right, let's talk about business in general, right?
Sure.
Can you be ruthless in business? I'm saying this because, personally, I value my time, right? I value my craft,
sure.
right?
For sure.
And but I value that. So Kitoba. I'm not going to say ruthless, but you do get some people in business that are very ruthless because they value their time very much, without losing your center, you know.
Right.
You talked about you being empathetic, an empathetic human being, right? Are you ruthless in business without losing that empathetic element of yourself?
Look, the short answer is no. I can a little barinyana when it comes to business. I'm too kind, man, and the people around me are like, wait, you're gonna get taken advantage of. That we just need to, because I just want to give, and I know how that sounds. We get some Samaritan, you know how it sounds. I really do just want to see other people better if I can contribute to that, and so. You're very right in asking that because you need both sides. Yeah. We need both sides, but I think I'm leaning towards the kind of amiable, softer. And so it's a skill that I need to learn.
It is. I feel like as time goes on, with more staff, more business, and I'm not going to say you're going to end up being ruthless. No, you are going to be firm in how you want your business run. You know, but still, and I'm trying is that obviously. You know, the same way I'm running my business doesn't mean you're not running a business. So, what's got changed, man? I think remain with that element, because it's all about you guys. Honestly, you know. Yeah. So I love that. The world tells us to grind until we break, right? As someone who balances obviously high-level job and a business and being a father and being a husband, you know.
Son, brother,
you know. How do you chase success without burning out? I mean, we are a generation of young, ambitious individuals, right? We always want to chase. We want to make it work, right? Yeah. So how do you do that without burning out?
So I don't, because I have burned out. I've gone for weeks, just unable to. For years I've been grinding. But it brings you back to your values and priorities. And it's really not hard to be efficient in a day. So planning, things like going to the gym, you feel better. drink water, like the cliches. I know.
Take a walk.
Yes.
Yeah.
The cliches kind of balance you out. I have been guilty. My wife will tell you, hey, man, you dig, right? I have been guilty of, hey, man, you also got two turns into four. So
Four turns into eight. Eight turns into 10.
But then you hate yourself the next day, man.
Yeah.
You look at your bank account. Do you know what I mean? So stay grounded, stay humble, prioritize, and honestly just grind through the crappy time. Show you what my lock screen says. Just click it.
Push through the bullshit.
That's all it is. It's a reminder to myself. There's so much bullshit, bro.
Yeah.
Just or whatever. Do it. Do the crap stuff. Grind it out. So okay, in terms of balancing it, I don't think I am very good at balancing it, but I know a few things. My wife is happy. My daughter's happy. My mom knows that when she needs me, I'm there. And I'm not flopping at work. Physically, yeah, I think that's it. Physically and personally, I'm okay. Like, I've tired myself out, but everything around me is balanced.
Also, you're not going to be 100%.
You're not. And that's a very important one as well. Just be easier on yourself as well. Try not to beat yourself up so much. We expect a lot from ourselves, rightly so.
Yeah.
But and it's gonna differ. That's why I'm not giving you like a straight answer.
Yeah.
It's gonna differ from person to person. Some others just don't have friends, so that's at least one to eliminate. Others don't have kids, and that's one to eliminate. It differs from person to person, but just push through the BS, because all of it is gonna be BS.
Exactly.
And just kind of evaluate what your values are, and that's an important one that if I could go on about it, I could go on for hours, but you value certain things, and one of mine is freedom.
I was about to ask.
Yeah, one of mine.
Just
is
give me
freedom.
5.
5.
Five
What?
very important values.
Family is a good one. Once again, money is a good one. Freedom is a good one. I don't know about friendship, but you need friends.
You need some sort of balance.
Yeah. But yeah, so friends maybe, like a social life. And then I'll give you a contentious one, which is self. You need to prioritize yourself, and that's one that I'm guilty of not doing. But take care of yourself, man. You can't pour from an empty cup.
Exactly.
You really can't. So value yourself, value family, value money, like I said. Freedom is an important one for me. It's one of my primary ones. And there's a sixth. Ubuntu.
Okay. So you're a leader at work, obviously. A leader at work.
Yes, recently.
Congratulations, by the way. You are a leader at home.
Yeah.
How has being a husband and a father changed the way you view the work?
It's a very good question. Some of these, hey.
I know.
I'm on the spot, I have to think.
I know.
How has my family life impacted my kind of corporate and business life, essentially?
Because I'd like to believe you're not the same Ashwin from when you started, or 10 years ago, So obviously there is a shift and a huge difference,
Look, the difference in opinion is massive. In opinion, in views and outlooks, that's massive. Because, and this is specifically with my wife, right? She views it as A, I view it as B. Ideally, in that situation, you would compromise and go C.
Yeah.
But I'm so heavily convicted in my A, and she's so heavily convicted in her B, that the C is not even an option.
Okay.
It's gonna be my.
It's gonna be either A or B.
Yeah. So that kind of applies to business as well. I've had to check some of the people doing work on Do For You, and that's what I'm afraid of. Once I can be very ugly. I can be very ugly, and I have been. And I've been checked at work, like, you shouldn't have spoken to him like that. And that's why I'd rather go soft, right? But you then run into people who are very, very contrarian almost. So if I say A, you're going to say B just because you don't want to say A. Right? You have a problem with me, so even if I'm saying A is the right one, probably B is just A. And so me and my wife have been working a very long time on compromising, and so that's made its way into work as well. And you compromise, and you EQ the whole thing.
Yeah.
EQ is massive. EQ is, it saved my life. I used to snap and I was rude, man. I was
It's like you know my questions. That was gonna be a follow-up question.
Oh,
Talking about EQ actually. Yeah.
No, I've been a horrible human being before, but with my wife and particularly with my little girl, and you just learn to, okay, well, I see it this way. How can I make them see it in the nicest way possible? And then I want to, obviously, for me to even be arguing with them, I need to get something from them. They need to agree with me. And so because you know that they differ from you, it's then incumbent upon you to present it to them in a way that makes them get it. But
I wanted to say,
still respectful and everything.
There's always a way to say something, you know.
100%.
And the person will agree with you. I think it's just a matter of how you say it.
100%.
That just determines everything.
100%. I have a story where we're in Rosebank at what was it? They call it the Bank. This big building near Starbucks, and we're on the 11th floor, and I'm about to leave, and my boss then goes, we're talking about work, and we kind of differ on something, and he goes, Ashwin, you're talking shit out of your ass. Yeah. So I grab my bag, grab my laptop, go to the lift, 11th floor.
So
no, I was about to.
Oh, okay.
I took that. In the moment I took that. Laugh it off, whatever. Grab my bag, grab my laptop. I went to that lift, I pressed it, I went round, pressed ground. And it was always like a movie, and I was thinking, I got a wife.
Action.
I have a little girl. No. Sir, can I please talk to you? So I pulled him to the side, making jokes about it. Okay, my man, I can appreciate if you differ with me on something. Honestly, if I'm wrong, I'm not going to say I'm
by
wrong.
all means.
I cannot look at myself in the mirror. I can know what in the
Exactly.
Ashwin, how would you have preferred I say it? Woman, you're my boss.
That's it.
I would look for a way to say it.
Millions of ways to say it.
Do you know what I mean? And he was very apologetic about it. And that's kind of the whole thing. You stand up for yourself when necessary, you stay soft when necessary, you compromise when necessary, you stand your ground when necessary, and all of that is not.
And I like the fact that also because for him it might be something that he's used to, but nobody's called him out on it. So at least now Ashwin came and like, I'm so sorry, And I'd like to believe moving forward he never ever used that language.
Oh, I left out after like 2 months. I left the company after.
Okay, so that whole thing, of the shift, does it make you, do you feel that it made you a bit more ambitious, being a husband and being a father?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The one thing that people always say, it's private school for my kids. Sure, the fees double cure. And it's like, so I'm not quite there yet, but I could, prioritize. Yeah, and then my wife wants this, my wife wants that. She comes back from work tired and she's frustrated. Or her boss did something that I would never take. And it's like, I want to get my wife out of this, right? And then you look at family, people are really struggling. People are struggling. Sarah's economy is not for the faint-hearted. And so it's just a matter of, you want to, first of all, provide. But then also you want to help. Right, so yes, all of it does very much contribute to my passion and my ambition.
Love it. How big are you in terms of the importance of securing your energy? Ensuring that you are surrounded by the right people and not just for the sake of How big are you?
That's a big one. That's a big one because, man, as much as, and this one hurts, but as much as I've expected my network to really help me out in terms of do for you, it's been disappointing. I really have been. And so it forces you to kind of reevaluate what this person is doing in your life. So you know that I'm not really here to push life with this particular individual. No. If I'm going through it, and then you have the ones that don't even go that way, right? These are focused individuals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
In terms of like when you're having conversations, sure.
So I think what it comes down to then is nowhere to go for what you need.
Yeah.
So you have them all in cabinets. It's like in your kitchen or your wardrobe. Or
Yeah. But essentially, you're not gonna get a person or a friend.
Yeah.
I go chicken box coffee.
No. So that you
Yeah.
compartmentalize.
Exactly.
Right? So if I'm trying to motivation, we're locking in, we're pushing Kiahobana. If I'm trying to chill out, have fun in Kiahobana. Do you know what I mean? If I'm trying to like, get deep depression, you business, when I live about business, you compartmentalize everyone.
And I think it's taken us, a lot of people actually, they can't do that, or they can't really accept the friend. Because I feel like it's also important to have a friend why this, a friend why that, a friend why this, and then a friend why, and not have like I understand.
Yeah, because what you're gonna do is you're gonna get very, very disappointed.
Yeah.
Because you expect we're doing this
and
today.
it's the expectation as well. Yeah, so you're speaking a lot about EQ, right? How important do you think EQ is as a business owner?
Oh, it's paramount. You're gonna lose your shit. It's guaranteed. And so in those moments, you need to be able to humble yourself. You need to be able to, EQ, the kind of definition is you look at what you want from a situation, what you're contributing to it, and how you can kind of manipulate both to come to a middle ground where everyone gets what they need, right? And you cannot do anything, let alone business, without that ability to compromise or even identify. So, for example, a bad mood is essentially anger, frustration, sadness, or those are the primary ones. So if you're in a bad mood, it's one of those.
It's either one of those.
You're frustrated, you're angry, you're sad. One of those. And so you have to then, what happened today that could have upset me? Oh, it was that thing. You don't just randomly get bad moods. That's not it, right? Or, nah, man, I haven't eaten. I haven't had a coffee. Okay, right? So then you're managing yourself.
Exactly.
Then you look at the next person, because people are very good at masking. People are good actors. You might really look at a person and think, damn, this is him, right? But it's a mask that the person, and EQ is being able to look beyond that and say, okay, I wonder why you do. So if you're being ugly to me, there's something under that.
Exactly.
Is
there's
it
a
envy?
reason,
Do you know what I mean? And being able to identify that in everyone that you interact with, that's it. That's it. That's all EQ, and it's paramount.
What is one habit you had to unlearn to become the man that you are today?
At what point? Throughout, like the biggest one throughout. I would say powering through everything. I expect an awful lot of myself, and that's because I had to learn independence at a very, very early period. My father was in and out of my life. My mom got me where I am. Make no mistake about it. But her hey, stylist, I got you this far. Yeah. Now it's you now.
See to finish. Yeah.
So I've had to be strong for a very long time, and I've had to be independent for a very long time. And kai, no man is an island.
Yeah. No man is an island, guys.
You still need to someone. You know, I'm very hard on myself, and I expect too much of myself. And I've been able to say, hey, Kisha, man. I didn't do the things I wanted to do today. It's
okay.
There's still tomorrow.
Yeah.
Just get rest. So I'm much easier on myself. When it hits, it hits. Ideally, it would hit every day.
Yeah.
I execute. But sometimes you're just not. And being able to just say, I'm okay. I just survived today. That's okay.
Dude, not a lot of people can actually get to that point of saying, what's like push it. Because we expect fast and quick results. I want to be a millionaire by the end of this month. It's impossible, right? But on my way there, there's a couple of things that I accomplished.
Precisely.
And Tansiki Ratsaking.
Exactly.
Yeah. Sure. All right. Now we live in an era of instant gratification, right?
True.
Do you believe that you can't have it all at once?
Yeah, sacrifice and compromise are massive. You're going, and it's gonna hurt, but you you can't. Like, there's no way to really expand upon it.
Yeah.
It's you're gonna lose something. I've been very lucky in that I haven't experienced a close death or anything like that. But at some point, someone's gonna die.
Yeah, dude.
Or at some point, someone's gonna get sick. At some point, to accident. It's gonna happen.
All these things are inevitable at the end of the day. How do you stay patient when you have a vision, right? and your vision is so much bigger than your current reality.
Do something about it. So if Sebao, I want to go over there, but I'm here. Zwali, I cannot go away money. Fucking walk. Do you know what I mean? The idea is I want to get over there. Now you can take a bus, you can walk, you can run, you can crawl. Hell, if you can't run or walk, then crawl.
Do something.
So my
I remember Kim Kardashian, right?
Yeah.
For this other interview, they were like, "How did you do it?" And she was like, "Get up and work."
Precisely.
Like it's that simple. Like
Precisely.
get up and work.
Yeah.
Like do it.
Yeah, so for you specifically, I have a rule. I don't go to sleep without having done at least one thing. One thing to move us forward. So you do a TikTok video on there and you boost it. It's 4,000 people.
When I did 70 rand, 60 rand, you
Let's
know.
go. YouTube. I did YouTube ads last night. It's like, okay, now I can sleep now.
Okay. So
Right,
the most
so
important thing is to do something, right?
The tiniest thing you can is something. It
Yeah.
counts. It counts.
Love it, man. Do something. If your children were to look at your career 20 years from now, would you rather they remember the projects that you delivered or the principles that you lived by?
Ideally both. Ideally both.
Ideally both.
But Tamon Asebe, it's about he had principles, he was here.
Yeah.
But I think the latter. Yeah, the latter. My principles. I want them to remember their dad. I don't want them to remember the founder or the business analyst that's fine. But all it does is to allow me the primary core reason for all of this is so that my kids are good.
Yeah.
Right. If indirectly they can, my dad worked hard, so I'm gonna work hard. That's fine. But I would like for them to remember that he was here and he made a way for us to be comfortable, and he was here. And this is how he did it with these principles. So I'd rather the latter.
So what is the one principle that you'd want them to inherit?
Kindness.
Kindness. Yeah.
I shove it down Nyla's throat. Be kind, baby. Be kind. Even if it's at a loss to yourself, that's fine. That's fine. Be kind.
Love it, man. Oh, Daddy. Any advice that you have for aspiring entrepreneurs that have tried it multiple times, Skawena, and feel that, you know what, nothing's working out? So
Yeah, all the cliches.
why?
Like I said earlier, all the cliches, all of them. But watch your circle, work hard, persevere, be kind. The thing with those is they sound, because it's all motivational.
Yeah, it's all
right?
motivation, yeah.
But the one that's not really cliched and that's not mentioned nearly as much as I would like it to be is, and it's not even a quantifiable, palpable thing, but realness. Honestly, realness.
Yeah.
There's too much fakeness, I feel. People have masks on the whole day, the whole time. And it makes you magnetic if you can. Hamfa compliment, he means it. And if he's disagreeable with something,
And you can
he
tell
means
when
that.
somebody's being genuine also.
Genuineness, realness. There's too many people just doing things. It's all too calculated.
Yeah.
I guess that's all they're going to say this and then I don't know.
That's how I'm gonna answer. That's how I'm gonna do.
Let's be honest about it. And that's dangerous because not everyone's gonna agree with that, and people might be better than you, and you might lose, but it'll be real. It'll be real.
I love it.
So if you lose, then for all intents and purposes, in that moment you were a loser. But the realness is then gonna come back and say,
You think it's not a permanent loss, you know?
I didn't
you
like
lost
that
in that
feeling.
moment, yeah.
I didn't like that feeling. I was a loser in that moment. But because you're so real about it, and now it's a problem that you have to fix now. It's
true.
right? Now you fix it and you're not a loser anymore. Whereas if I pretended and made myself to look like a winner in ways that were not right, you can't.
And people don't want to see this perfect somebody, but people
It's off-putting.
like people that are relatable.
It's
So if
off-putting.
Ashwin did it, so can I. They want Babatlan treat you, and that's
real
how I feel you're gonna be very successful, you know.
I appreciate
So
let me tell you a story on that, by the way.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
sorry. So I live with my wife, and we walk into a McDonald's. Yeah, F A N G. Now there's a lady there that's been to all the McDonald's. Usebeditse ya Valmole, asebetsa ever doing, asebetsa ya Fanavili. So we talk. I'm hot.
so
So there's this guy, Mr. Cool. Ke kene lo o bua le my sister ne. Hey, she fere jita. Kiwala my sister. Now he gets up and he tries to, I want to kiwala my sister.
Yeah.
So I shut that down, right?
Very, very fast.
I'm with my wife and it's my sister from all the other branches. Oh, man, wait.
Sure.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
What? Don't do that.
Mm.
And now we're in the same space because and I'm chilling with my wife. I'm talking about it. He comes out. I'm like, oh, yeah, he came out. And he goes, man, I just wanted to apologize. Intimidating. You're intimidating.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's not what it was. In that moment, if you are yourself, I'm going to respect you. Just like I did. But you all my sister. That's all it is. You're cool in your world, I'm cool in my world. Why like, what is your problem, sir? So that intimidation was then his mask is
Yeah.
then mine comes out.
Well, not sharp, you are yourself.
As we could have just been real and just
I do appreciate the fact that he actually came back and actually was like, what's that king? Yeah, can you that like proper?
It makes me feel good. Okay?
Right?
I can get
Yeah, how time?
You know what I mean?
How time? Okay, where do you see do for you in the next 5 years?
Dominating Gauteng. South Africa internationally, look, that's long-term ambition. But people in Pretoria, Soweto, Tembisa, Katlehong, Vosloorus, Diepkloof, Mamelodi, Vaal. Even though I say Gauteng. If people need help, they go on there. We have a reliable community of people, a safe, reliable, real community of people that are willing to help. And if people are looking for an income, it's like we don't have food in the house. People open my platform. Oh, someone needs the car wash for $120. You get it done. So that one is happy. You're happy. You got an income.
So how can people get involved?
Divine involved.
Yes, Kimucha adutsing fela and wants to make ends meet. Do they visit the website? Do they call? Yeah.
Go over there, everything's on there. I do have a WhatsApp group where I have kind of put together a wide group of people with a wide skill set. What am I saying?
Yeah.
But you get what I'm saying?
Sure.
The people are there. So when errands come in and tasks come in, they kind of get first priority for now. Except it's going to go straight to the website. So if first come, first save on the website. But if I, for example, see this thing has been there for too long, I throw it in my WhatsApp group. So I mean, I can give my number out, but they're also on the website.
I think it's best if they visit Do For You.
Everything's there.
.co.za.
Everything is there.
For more information, the number thing for the WhatsApp group and
also all
get
social
involved,
media at Join Do For You everywhere.
at
Join Do For You.
Join
One
Do
word.
For You.
Yeah,
Okay. So
Everywhere.
Instagram, TikTok,
Everywhere. Join Do For You.
Facebook.
Yeah. Well, Facebook is Do For You South Africa.
Okay.
Facebook is weird, but
It is
bear
weird.
with me.
But I feel like also was weird enough actually.
Yeah. I'm on TikTok and I'm on WhatsApp and I'm on
Instagram.
Twitter even. Instagram, Leona. It's the whole
How's
it's
Twitter?
the whole strategy.
How's Twitter?
Twitter is there are people. It's for the middle class. It's for clever blacks, as it were. I know people don't like that. It's for that, and so, man, it takes a lot on Twitter.
Yeah.
But the strategy is in place. So we're going for print as well.
Is it?
Well, it's there.
Stop it.
Yeah, stereo. You know they're here. In
They're
front of
good.
you.
Yeah, they're good.
So, yeah, we're working. For sure.
And
Yeah, the influencer culture is crazy as well.
yeah,
I've had quite a few guys are like, damn, this is a cool product. You know what I mean? So the marketing is in play. It is in play.
Before we wrap it up, how do you deal with the noise? Obviously, but you know, how do you deal with the noise of people saying you're not going to succeed?
Goes back to the realness thing. That's fine. That has nothing to do with me. So your own insecurities are making you do that. That's fine. As long as you don't bring it over here. You bring it over here, we have a problem.
Yeah.
But if you hate from a distance, that's fine. I feel bad for you if anything, right? I'm being so real and focused on my own thing, and you have time to look at me.
Dude, and you're killing it. Like,
I'm trying to.
why
Thank
you want to take me down? You
Yeah,
know?
like, so that has nothing. You just identify something to hate on, and it happens to be me. That's fine.
Yeah.
Just don't bring it over here. But as far as I'm concerned, the noise doesn't even exist. It doesn't.
Period. Period. Love it.
You know what I mean?
Any last words for our listeners and viewers?
I wanted to congratulate and thank you guys. The Vaal. I mean, everyone in the studio.
Yeah.
The Vaal needs a voice. You guys, they've represented us as.
True.
Look, it's fine.
Yeah,
That's putting us on the
good.
map.
That's okay.
It is.
Yeah,
It's putting
yeah.
everything. But
Hey.
but there's so much more here.
There's so much.
Kitty farmers
so
market.
much.
Look, there's so much happening in the Vaal, and I'm putting you guys at the forefront. I'm giving you that responsibility. Become our voice. If we can help, let us know. But there's the Vaal needs a voice, and you guys are at the forefront of doing that. And thank you. I've never told my story like I have now.
Yeah.
And you guys are giving me that platform, so I thank you. Thank you
So much, Ash. Really, really appreciate it, man. Yeah, man. I wish you, success in your journey, forward and upward. Definitely. Continue just blocking the noise. It's non-existent.
What's that?
Right? What's that? So push, and I encourage everyone watching, everyone listening, to visit the website doforyou.co.za. Let's get people involved, man. Udutsi kasi unale Wi-Fi, iba busy, utilize skills, man. Udutsi ka skilly, and you're not doing anything about it. So Do For You is here. You're going to be hearing a lot more about Do For You, and yeah, man. I wish you nothing but success, Ash.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much.
Cheers.
That is Tato Ashwin Mokoena.
Put the tattoo there.
Yeah, Geekins outside. A jack of all trades, man. Yeah, this was Deep Cut with myself, Sebao. Remember, on our show, we, layers, of visionaries, industry leaders, entrepreneurs, individuals, and we want to find out who the person is behind the title. Join me next time. My name is Sebao. Have yourselves an amazing evening.
Can't get enough of it. I'm so proud of him.
Ashwin, thank you so much.